Hi, welcome to this video on practical tips for student life. Now, there is no denying it. The life of a student is busy. It's not a good feeling, and I know it, when life gets too overwhelming and you feel like your boat is sinking. So I hope that you find these simple tips as strategies to stay afloat this school year. Here they are. Tip number 1, install Google Calendar app onto your smartphone. If you don't already have a Google Calendar app on your phone, simply go to the App Store, type in Google Calendar, and add Google Calendar. Mine's already added, so you'll see I already have open. Otherwise, you'd first click Get, and then it would be installed onto your phone. To access the app, click on it. Here's an example from May when school was in session. So with Google Classroom, your assignments are pre-populated onto your Google Calendar. When you click on a day, it will say what time that it's due in chronological order on your calendar. To further personalize your calendar, click on the plus button on the bottom right-hand corner. You can add events by clicking on Event in the day. You can add a reminder. A reminder will stay in your Google Calendar until you've indicated that you've completed the task. Goal is a nice feature to Google Calendar. You'll notice that if you have a goal that you want to set for yourself for exercising, for building a new skill, for carving out time for loved ones, for carving out time for yourself, and for organizing your life, it can be built right into your calendar. A final feature that I really like about Google Calendar is you can sync your schedule with a household member. Tip number 2, invest in a 4x6 notebook. This might be my very favorite strategy for staying organized. I've been using these for years. Here's what I like about it. The 4x6 is a nice size. It's small enough that you could fit it in the external pocket of your backpack or in a smaller bag. Bring it with you everywhere. I write down what comes to mind during my day that isn't necessarily related to a deadline. The Google app or apps like it are better for that. An example of that would be something like to buy a birthday present for someone, or to write a thank you card, or to learn Arabic. Not necessarily urgent deadline like day-to-day meetings or extracurriculars that you need to attend that day, but things that are ongoing. And it's also really good creative outlet. So as you have ideas throughout the day, and you know those types of ideas, when your brain is spiraling and sometimes you have these creative moments throughout the day, you don't want to lose those moments. You jot them down here and you just keep a list going, and as soon as you get to one, you cross it off, and it's nice because it's all in one notebook. Third tip for getting organized is to use your alarm clock on your phone, not just to wake up in the morning, but to get on time to any events you have that day. Here's an example. Notice on my alarm clock, I have 4 different time slots punched in. So if these were 4 events that I had for the day, I would have them all toggled on. 6:30 to wake up in the morning. 9:50 is giving me 10 minutes to get ready for a 10 o'clock Zoom session. I find that 10 minutes is enough for me to get my computer up and running and to get freshened up, and to log into a Zoom session 2 minutes before it starts. 3:25 could be if you have tutoring with a teacher at 3:30. That gives you 5 minutes to get to the classroom on time. And 4:15 could be an example if you had a 4:30 basketball practice. You needed 15 minutes to get to the locker room, to get dressed, and to get to the gym on time. Now, this is not going to be perfect the first time you do it. So if you're using your alarm clock in this way for the first time, you're going to play around with it a little bit to see how much time it takes you to get ready for a class, or how long it would take you to show up to practice or to show up to an extracurricular event. So play around with it. If you tend to move slower or you tend to be late by nature, you're going to definitely want to give this suggestion a go and modify the amount of time as a heads up so that it works with your lifestyle. I hope some of these suggestions improve the quality of your life as a student. Also, I find that often my best teachers are my students. So if you have discovered another method that helps you stay organized, please share that with us in the comments below so that we can create a community in which we're learning from one another and making life just a little bit easier. Thank you for joining and have an awesome day. You got this.